332 Meridian and
Meridian. If there's still active shooting, we'll take the Bearcat, head that way. 39. Upper Sioux, it's going to be Locust Grove and U-Stick, and they just put out a shot flyer, just, on their own.
This is the 1032 podcast, where we interview experts in firearms and training with law enforcement, military, and competitive shooting backgrounds. All right, we're here at the 2026 National Rifle League Hunter match in Hammett, Idaho. I'm here with Jordan Ledssma. He's one of the top shooters in the NRL, right? He's a cop. He likes to shoot. He likes to beat people. So how's the match going for you?
Pretty good. We had about 2 stages yesterday that I think gave us a run for our money, but we pulled it together and we're hanging tight. Hopefully we can.
Are you guys shooting a team match?
Yep.
Who's your team member here?
I got Ryan Oharra. He's a sniper with the Idaho State Police.
Man, you guys have real snipers out here? No, seriously though, why do you think, I have a law enforcement background and I'm not able to shoot this year because of an injury, but I'm out here ROing today. And I think this is a great format for law enforcement military snipers to come out and test their skills. What do you think about that?
I agree 100%. I've shot precision rifle series for many, many years, and I think as far as NRL Hunter goes, it's different, and it's a good different in the sense that it forces you to build positions efficiently on the clock. It adds a certain level of stress. You've got to find targets, you've got to range them, you've got to accurately engage them. It's not like the PRS where everybody stands around and gives each other their wing calls and you get to game out your positions, everything like this. This gives a certain level of stress that I think is a great training tool for.
So these are what they call blind stages, right?
Yep.
Typically you can't watch the team or the person in front of you shoot the stage. You get to be told, like for example, this stage 12 that I'm ROing on, it's 2 bears and 2 positions. So that means you got to go out and find the targets anywhere from 100 to 1,000 yards out here in the sagebrush. And once you locate them, you got to range them, put your dope in your scope, and then shoot them hopefully.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, and you're making your wing calls on the fly. You're making, it's all.
And you got, 4 minutes if you're an individual, and then 6 minutes if you're a team, correct?
Correct.
So you're on the clock, so the stress of that clock really screws it up for some people, doesn't it?
Yeah. As soon as that buzzer goes off, you think you have a plan, and all of a sudden it goes out the window.
Hey, get your partner over here.
Ryan.
Hey, come over here and say hi. Hey, you're in the law enforcement business and you kind of do this. What do you think? Is this good for law enforcement guys to get into?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
It's just a different format. It's a great way to test your skills of locating targets, ranging them, building a solid position, and being able to get an accurate shot off with a good wind call.
Yeah, I think it's good because it kind of puts a little pressure on you versus just going to the range with your buddies or your sniper partner and going out and checking your dope and shooting at different targets. This is nice because it really puts the pressure on you, right?
Yeah, they put you in uncomfortable positions, and you still got to make a stable position out of those. So rather than just laying down on a flat range and shooting prone and checking dope, it's a really good way to test all those skills.
So you'd recommend it for LE and military guys to come out and do this stuff?
100%.
All right, guys. Good luck, and we'll see you up on the stage.
Appreciate you.
All right, Dave. You just finished up stage 12. How did it go for you?
Well, the theme of this match has been find the targets.
Yeah.
And so once I get better at finding targets, I think it's going to go good. No, this was good. I found the targets. Didn't build as good a position the first 2 rounds, but the last 2 went really good. So just changed my position.
I think the hardest part for everyone is finding the targets.
Yeah, it's been tough, but what a place to shoot. So good.
So you recommend this for other people who want to get good at hunting?
Absolutely, without a doubt. This will absolutely make you a better rifleman.
What about LE guys and mil guys who shoot for a living?
100%. You've got to be the best you can be with the guns that you're issued. Any shooting sport is going to make you better with the guns that you're issued.
All right, Dave. You're doing good. Glad to see you out here.
You too, buddy.
Long-time buddies.
Absolutely.
We'll
Thanks, bud.
Bye. All right, we just finished up the Pro-Am event here, the NRL match in Hammett, Idaho. We're here waiting for awards, and I have a competitor here named
Mathew Maltor?
Matthew. Matthew's from Florida area, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
And you're
That's
in
correct.
law enforcement out there?
Yep. I'm
So
in
you
law
came
enforcement.
all the way out here just for
Yeah.
this match?
Yeah. I was lucky enough that I got brought out by Eberly Stock. So they brought me out. I run Target Acquisition Co., which is an art page. So I do designs and stuff like that. But yeah, no, this was my first match, first NRL match, first competition match. Got a background.
But you're not a first-time shooter.
No, not a first-time shooter. No.
Tell us about your background a little bit.
Yeah, so I background in precision rifle is I'm a Marine Corps Scout Sniper. Went to Scout Sniper School in 2019, Quantico. And then I went to Mountain Sniper out there in Bridgeport, California, 2021. And then now I'm on the police department, SWAT. I'm also a sniper there. So
Okay.
yeah, I love bolt guns. I love long range shooting, but this is the first like competition that I actually was involved in. So
Good.
fun, yeah.
So you do the military and the law enforcement thing. You kind of cross. I know they're similar, but there's some differences.
Very.
Do you think that this type of event, even though it's called the NRL Hunter, it's kind of geared towards hunters? I mean, there's not a lot of military law enforcement guys here. I would say the majority of people are not.
Yeah.
Most people just do this because it's a fun sport and
Yep.
a way to supplement their elk and deer hunting.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
how does this, or would you recommend this for law enforcement military guys? And how does it, how is it something that will cross over into
Yeah.
their training?
No, absolutely would 100% recommend it. I would say NRL, this is the first type of competition I've done, but it's realistic, right? You have to locate your target, you have to engage, you have to range your target first, figure out your dope, all that. Then you got to build a position and engage it. So I think it's the most realistic compared to just sitting prone and shooting small targets, right? There's a lot of facets that you have to do that I feel like have a very real world application.
And these targets are anywhere from a couple hundred yards out to 1,000, correct?
Yeah, a couple hundred to 1,000. I think like the farthest one we got, I think was at 9 something, and then I don't think there was anything closer than 4s. So yeah.
And what is it makes it realistic for what law enforcement or military might have to do?
I would say the terrain is huge depending on where you're at in the country, but yeah, you have to build a position. You have a small amount of space to do it in, so you got to work with your gear, whether that's tripod, rear bag, front bipod, stuff like that. So just figuring out your gear, building a good position that you can actually take a actual shot.
And were you shooting as an individual or as a team? Because I believe you can shoot as an individual or you can shoot as a team, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I did this as a pro-am, so we did a team. This was my first match, so I was the amateur, and I was paired up with Cody Leeper, who's a hell of a shot. Awesome.
So Cody's a Air Force guy, correct?
Yep.
He's an Air Force guy.
Yeah.
And he's also nationally ranked
Yeah.
3-gun competitor, and I think in NRL as well, correct?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think he's absolute awesome shooter and a great coach to have for my first match.
How'd you guys do?
Good. We I think there were 59 teams. We just looked. We placed 18th overall. So
That's not bad, especially coming across the country.
yeah. For a first match, I'll take 18. I'm just happy to be here.
So you'd recommend LE and military guys jump into this to supplement their training?
Yes, absolutely. I think this is probably some of the best training you could get.
Yeah, I was a sniper and a law enforcement sniper as well, and but I like to elk hunt even more. And I really think if you're going to be hunting, this is a good way to supplement and make you a better hunter. So, Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, we're still here at the match, getting ready for award ceremony. We just finished having some lunch, and I have world famous Tate Mootes here, good friend of mine.
World
and
famous.
we were supposed to shoot together as a team, but I got hurt. I tore my calf, and so I didn't want to be hiking around up and down the mountains. So I
Are
just
you sure you tore it? I think you probably just kind of pulled something and you're crying.
well, that might be. But regardless, I decided not to shoot, and I only RO'd. So how'd you do today, Tate?
Well, I did great today. I didn't miss a single shot today because I was ROing.
So you were the range officer keeping everybody else's score.
That's
So overall, how did your match go, though? You shot with, so when you, range officers have the option of shooting a couple days before the main match so that they can actually be scoring for everybody else. And that's what Tate did, and that's what we were supposed to do together as a team event. And this event is a pro-am. Tate was going to be the pro, I was going to be the amateur shooter, but he ended up teaming up with somebody else. How'd you guys do?
Well, I got teamed up with an AM, and there's a unique feature about this because the amateurs can come up to the stage with the pro on the pro's time. So when, like some of these where you're running up about 40, 50 yards uphill on these steep, rocky hills. The pro gets there and he is having to figure out his, finding his targets, figuring out his firing solution under stress. And the AMs get up there and they're nice and calm. And it was comical because a lot of pros were noticing that their AMs were getting more points than them. And it's not unusual at all because, they're chill and the pros can say anything to them. The pros can do anything except pull the trigger for them.
Yeah. Well, you guys are there to coach, to learn. You're basically bringing up a newer or a less experienced shooter to trying to get him up to a higher level of shooting. So that's where that comes in.
Yeah, that's right. We're just showing them any pro tips that we can. We're showing them our process for going through a stage, and I had a great time. I didn't shoot well. I didn't perform well myself. I had a lot of mental errors, but hey, that's just part of shooting matches.
Yeah. So, earlier I talked to some other guys that had some military law enforcement background as you do, and I asked those guys, hey, is this something good to supplement your training if you're military law enforcement? Obviously, the answer is yes, and I would think that you would think the same thing.
Absolutely. There's no question about it. If you have a profession where you must use a firearm under any kind of stress whatsoever, you should go and shoot competitions because it's not the same stress, but it's a form of stress, and it helps you to manipulate it, feel it, understand, what it does, especially in long-range stuff because, learning how to shoot long-range isn't something you're going to learn overnight. And I'm telling you, I've learned more about shooting cop-type shots from a paint and body guy than I ever did from any of my law enforcement instructors.
That's because their hobby is the shooting aspect, and they put a lot of, they go out of the way to learn all the little details here and there. But outside of that, I know you're a big hunter. I like to hunt elk, and I know we've done it together a few times. And why should the average hunter shoot something like this?
The average hunter should shoot these competitions to, one, know his own capabilities. A lot of guys will get out there, they'll see an animal, they'll get excited, and they'll just start flinging rounds at them, but they don't have really accurate data, and they don't know if they can make that shot or not. When you come to these competitions, you're put in so many different scenarios. You are used to what you can and cannot do, and if you can't do that, then you make yourself build a better position or something, and that's exactly what we should do when we're hunting. One, we should probably get closer if we can, and two, we will know, hey man, that's a lot harder shot than what I should probably do. Let me get closer, let me build a better position, let me take a little bit more time figuring out what the wind is actually doing. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with the elk hunting experiences I've had, and I know you and I have both been on the mountain together, and definitely I think this is a good supplement. It makes you confident instead of just guessing. Shooting at an animal at distance. There's a lot of people out there that just kind of guess and they fire, and I think when you do this type of stuff, it teaches you to be more precise and hopefully have a good ethical kill.
Yeah, if you're doing this kind of competition, it forces you to either have awesome data or you're going to miss a lot.
Yeah. When we talk about data, he's talking about knowing where your bullet's going to hit at different distances so that you're not guessing, right? And then using the equipment that we have also, I think, helps you become more an ethical hunter as well.
Yeah, you become more efficient with the gear that you're using. And you might learn some tricks of the trade from guys that are testing out new equipment or a different manufacturer's equipment. Like there's tons of sponsors at all these events, and the Leupold guys, they had the brand new freaking laser rangefinder binoculars.
Yeah, the really cheap ones, like $4,000 rangefinders.
Yeah, they're probably really cheap. I don't know what the price is yet because they released them at SHOT Show, but they haven't given them to anybody except for the Leupold guys.
All right, Tate. That was just a real quick overview of your match, and I think we'll cut it short here. But I just want people to know, if you are in law enforcement, military, or if you are a long range or a big game hunter where you use a rifle, this is definitely a match that you need to get into, or get involved with the National Rifle League, the NRL, right?
The NRL
National Rifle League
Hunter.
match. And they have matches all over the country. And I really encourage you guys to get out and do this, because it's going to make you a better hunter or better in your law enforcement or military sniping.
Yeah, and not only that, they're just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. Why not come out and hang out with your friends?
Right.
I get to see Tate once or twice a year at a match.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
All right, thanks a lot.